1:15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Danush Kamadavela and read by Niranjan Abhisundara. The Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau says they expect 1.5 million tourist arrivals to the country during this year. Implementing the COVID-19 protocols and procedures issued yesterday regarding inbound tourists has been deferred until the 20th of this month. The President emphasizes the need to work within one policy framework to solve the country's economic issues. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga says that an organized group of people is involved in a conspiracy to create displeasure towards the police. Sitavaka Odyssey train began its first journey. In world news, plane crashes at Pokhara Airport in central Nepal. In sports news, the final ODI match between India and Sri Lanka will commence in a short while. The news in detail. The Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau says they expect 1.5 million tourist arrivals to the country during this year. Replying to the inquiry made by the SLBC, the Bureau says an average of income of $2.5 billion is expected to be earned through the tourism sector. Sri Lanka earned more than $1 billion from tourism during the last year. According to central bank statistics, it is a huge increase when compared to the year 2021. More than 700,000 tourists arrived in the country during the year 2022. The Bureau said they expect a huge increase in the tourist arrivals during this year. Tamil people around the world celebrated Thai Pongal festival today. People all over the world, including Sri Lankans, celebrate this day together with great enthusiasm. The main purpose of this Thai Pongal festival is to show gratitude to the sun in its contribution to improve the harvest, the contribution of the rain to make it more fertile, and to show gratitude to the cattle and animals serving towards the better harvest. A ceremony was held at SLBC premises to celebrate the festival. During the ceremony, Chairman SLBC Hadsan Samara Singh said, despite the religious and racial differences, all should come forward to overcome challenges faced by this country. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said that an organized group of people is involved in a conspiracy to create displeasure towards the police. Those people are using various social media in this process. The minister said this in a discussion held at the Gampaha District Office with the overseers of the police of Gampaha district regarding the fight against drug menace and crime. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. A tourist train service, Sitavaka Odyssey, to boost the tourism industry in the historic Sitavaka region, began its maiden journey today with 50 tourists. Realizing the potential of promoting the tourism industry through a formal transport service, Minister of Transport, Highways and Mass Media, Dr. Bandara Gudavadana, has instructed officials with relevant initiatives to take steps towards this purpose. The minister also joined this inaugural journey. The weekend tourist train service will operate to boost tourism in Sitavaka, Mr. Gudavadana told a discussion on the Sitavaka Tourism Zone Promotion Program. The most beautiful environment of the Colombo district is the Sitavaka Valley near the Kalani Valley. Sitavaka Kingdom area has great historical importance and many tourist attractions such as traditional martial arts and archaeological sites. Therefore, the people of Colombo and other areas should be made more aware of this importance. They should be encouraged to visit the area. A new field of investment has been created in the tourism industry in the area. The Drug Regulatory Authority has seized a stock of drugs from a company that imported many types of unregistered drugs and sold them in Sri Lanka. The company's drug store located in Devila was raided and 7 types of unregistered drugs were found. To the last COVID-19, this company has continuously imported the relevant medicines and distributed them all over the country. This raid was carried out according to a tip-off received by the Drug Regulatory Authority. That ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority has issued a clarification saying the implementation of the COVID-19 protocols and procedures issued yesterday had been deferred until the 20th of this month. Health Ministry yesterday said only the Director General of Health Services at the Ministry of Health is vested with the powers to issue COVID-19 protocols and procedures. Health Minister Kelan Bapella said that any statement pertinent to COVID-19 in Sri Lanka will either be made from the Health Ministry or the Regional Secretariat. Issuing a clarification, Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority said a detailed guideline will be issued next week after discussing with the relevant authorities. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya. Brush your teeth. twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On to Watchlight, Minister of Education Dr. Susil Premajayanta said that uniform material for the year 2023 will be provided to school children before the 20th of March. He mentioned that the government of China has agreed to fulfill 70% of the uniform material requirements for Sri Lankan school children. Accordingly, China has delivered a donation of school uniform material worth $4.24 million to Sri Lanka in this connection. That was Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
Plane crashes at Pokhara airport in central Nepal and at least 16 dead. More classified material found at Joe Biden's Delaware home. Mexico tightens ban on smoking in public areas. A plane with 72 people on board has crashed at Pokhara airport in central Nepal and 16 bodies have been recovered, officials said. Yeti Airlines plane was flying from Kathmandu to Pokhara and crashed on landing, catching fire. There were 68 passengers on board, including 10 foreign nationals and 4 crew members. Reuters reports Nepalese soldiers are involved in the rescue at the crash site near the tourist town airport. We expect to recover more bodies, saying the plane has broken into pieces. The Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal called an emergency meeting of his cabinet and urged state agencies to work on rescue operations. An additional 5 pages of classified material has been found in U.S. President Joe Biden's family home in Delaware, the White House has said. Mr. Biden's lawyer Richard Sorbo said he discovered additional documents on Thursday, which were immediately handed out to the Justice Department. Mr. Biden's lawyers have said documents relate to this time as Barack Obama's vice president. A special counsel is investigating Mr. Biden's handling of the files. The discovery of documents throughout the investigation has been called a political embarrassment for Mr. Biden, as it comes during an ongoing investigation into former President Donald Trump's own alleged mishandling of classified files. One document with classified markings had already been found in the garage of Mr. Biden's Delaware family home this week, where he keeps his 1960s Chevrolet Corvette sports car. Mexico has brought into force one of the world's strictest anti-tobacco laws by enacting a total ban on smoking in public places. The step, which was first approved in 2021, also includes a ban on tobacco advertising, and several other Latin American countries have also passed legislation to create smoke-free public spaces. However, Mexico legislation is considered to be the most robust and wide-ranging in the Americas. It amounts to one of the most stringent and anti-smoking laws in the world. Mexico's existing 2008 law, which created smoke-free spaces in bars, restaurants and workplaces, is now extended to an outright ban in all public spaces. That includes parks, beaches, hotels, offices and restaurants. Back to the headlines of the world news. Plane crashes at Pokhara airport in central Nepal, at least 16 dead. More classified material found at Joe Biden's Delaware home. Mexico tightens ban on smoking in public places. That was world news.
Development news.
Sri Lankan migrant workers' foreign remittances were recorded at $475.6 million in December 2022. As per Central Bank of Sri Lanka data, it's also a 46% increase compared to the inflows recorded in December 2021. Remittances in December also showed an improvement compared to the previous month, which recorded at $384.4 million. However, as per CBSL data, 2022 recorded the lowest yearly total of foreign work remittances Sri Lanka has received in the last 8 years, with a total of $3.70 billion. That was development news.
Sports news is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
The final match between India and Sri Lanka will be played at Thiruvananthapuram today. The match is scheduled to start at a short while from now. Sri Lanka is expected to make a few changes for the final ODI today, while their aim is to test a few other players before the next New Zealand ODI series. In fact, New Zealand ODI series is very important for Sri Lanka to direct qualification for the next ODI World Cup. Sri Lanka must win 2-0 or 1-0 with one match on no decision to get 5 points to direct qualification, and it's going to be very tough, as Sri Lanka is scheduled to play an ODI series in New Zealand in their home conditions. However, exposure from this Indian ODI series is very vital for the Sri Lankan team. That is sports news.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Tesla has cut the price of some of its most popular electric cars by thousands of pounds in Europe and the US in a bid to boost customer demand. The firm faces a difficult global economic outlook and increased competition from other car makers. Price cuts are in the range of 10% to 13% in the UK, but run as high as 20% on some US £5,500 on an entry-level Model 3 and £7,000 on the cheapest Model Y. However, more than 16,000 customers bought the best-selling models last year, and some were angry that they had paid more.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Economic news, courtesy of...
For the 5th consecutive year, LOLC is awarded People's Financial Services Brand of the Year at the 2022 Slim Kantar People's Awards. As the People's Financial Services Brand of the Year, LOLC continues to place the customer first, and this has won the hearts, minds and trust of Sri Lankans, with yet another prestigious award as proof of this lasting commitment. LOLC, imagine the possibilities.
And on to economic news, local and foreign tourists are now able to watch the first sunrise of the day or Irasavia from the top of Sigiriya Rock. This new tourist attraction move was launched yesterday. Tickets are issued daily at 5:30 a.m. at the Srigiri Fortress front office. That was economic news.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
Weather report.
Met Department has predicted that showers and thunder showers will occur at several places in the southern, Sabaragamuwa, Uva, western and central provinces during the afternoon or night. Several spells of showers may occur in the eastern province and in the Polonnaruwa district. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere over the island. That was the weather report. And back to the headlines. Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau said they expect 1.5 million tourist arrivals to the country during this year. Implementing the COVID-19 protocols and procedures issued yesterday regarding the inbound tourists has been deferred until the 20th of this month. The President emphasized the need to work within one policy framework to solve the country's economic issues. Mr. Prasanna Ranatunga said that an organized group of people is involved in a conspiracy to create displeasure towards the police. Sitavago Odisha train has begun its first journey. In world news, plane crash at the Pokhara airport in central Nepal. In sports news, the final ODI match between India and Sri Lanka will commence in a short while from now. That ends the news.